On the day of my husband's funeral, just as I was trying to hold myself together, my phone buzzed in my pocket. I ignored it the first time. But when it buzzed again, and I saw who it was, my blood ran cold. It was my husband's boss, and the message he sent me was only 4 words. You need to see this. My name is Auntie Mae, and today I'm going to tell you a story that begins with heartbreak, but ends with a truth darker and deeper than anyone could have imagined. A truth hidden behind smiles, secrets, and the phone call no grieving wife should ever receive. Whether you believe in coincidences, conspiracies, or the quiet warnings of fate, this is one story you will never forget. The morning of the funeral was heavy. The sky was gray, the air freezing, and the world felt too quiet, as if even nature was mourning with me. I had lost my husband only 3 days earlier in what they called a tragic workplace accident. That word accident broke me every time I heard it. He had always been careful, always alert, always responsible. Nothing about the way he died made sense to me. I stood beside his coffin, trembling, trying to speak to guests when my phone vibrated again. I finally looked at the screen. His boss's name glowed back at me. And just below it was his message, "You need to see this." My heart hammered. Why today? Why now? Why during the funeral? I excused myself quietly and stepped outside the hall. When I called him back, his voice was shaking. "I didn't want to message you today," he said, "but I found something in your husband's desk, something he left for you." I felt my throat close. "What is it?" There was a long pause on the other end of the line. "I can't explain it," he whispered. "You have to come. And you need to come alone." Not knowing what else to do, I left the funeral early. My hands were ice cold on the steering wheel as I drove to my husband's workplace, the very place he had taken his last breath. When I arrived, the boss was pacing back and forth in the parking lot. The moment he saw me, he rushed over and handed me a sealed envelope with my name written in my husband's handwriting. To my wife. Open only if something happens to me. My knees nearly gave out. Inside the envelope was a small USB drive and a handwritten note. The note said, "If you are reading this, it means I didn't make it out. Don't trust anyone, not even the people I worked with. Look at the files on the drive and promise me you'll protect yourself." My heartbeat thundered in my ears. "What is this?" I asked the boss. He shook his head. "I didn't know he was involved in anything dangerous," he said. "But after what happened, I'm not so sure anymore." I got back into my car immediately and drove home. With trembling hands, I plugged the USB drive into my laptop. There were only 2 files. One labeled Truth. The other, If I Die. I clicked on the first one. It was a video recorded on my husband's phone. His face filled the screen. He looked exhausted, terrified, but determined. "If you're watching this," he said, "something has gone wrong. They think I don't know, but I've seen things at work. Things I wasn't supposed to see. Money disappearing. Fake accounts. People being paid off." They didn't like that I started asking questions. He swallowed hard. "They warned me once. Then twice. But when I refused to stop, they threatened you." My hand flew to my mouth. Tears blurred my vision. "I couldn't let them hurt you," he said. So I pretended to drop it. But I never actually did. And now they're watching me. If I die, it wasn't an accident." The video froze. I sat in my living room, breathless, shaking uncontrollably. My husband, the man I trusted with my whole life, had walked into danger to protect me. And now he was gone. I clicked the second file. This one contained documents. Names, signatures, transaction records, evidence of something huge and illegal. Something people would kill to keep hidden. It was all there. Everything he had discovered. And as I scrolled, a message popped up on my screen, an automated note he had programmed to appear. "Take this to the police only when you feel safe. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them silence you. Live. Expose them when the time is right. And remember, I love you." A sound outside made me jump. A car door. Footsteps. I peeked through the blinds and my breath caught in my throat. Two men in dark suits stood outside my house. Not neighbors. Not friends. And definitely not police. My husband wasn't paranoid. He was right. I quickly pulled the USB from the laptop, grabbed my car keys, and slipped quietly out the back door. I drove to the only place I knew I'd be safe, my sister's house miles away, where no one would think to look. And I've stayed hidden ever since. Not silent. Not afraid. Just waiting for the right moment to release the truth my husband risked everything to uncover. Because some secrets are worth dying for. And some people leave behind more than memories. They leave warnings, clues, and the courage to finish what they started. Thank you for watching the Auntie Mae Show. If you want more true life-inspired stories, mysteries, and untold truths, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, sometimes the truth comes calling when you least expect it.